It's May 7th, Thursday, 2020. I'm still here sitting under this tree that they call Opa, 1,000-year-old Douglas Fir tree. This is kind of a part 2 for the video I shot earlier. I've been just sitting here, spending some time. Just had a prayer smoke here. Still have a little bit of sage burning here in my conch, just below, but having a sweet little drop in this space, and remembering all the beautiful things that have happened right here around this tree for me, and how special it's been. I just moved to Bowen a little over a year ago, and March 15th of 2019. It's the first time I've ever been here, and now I've lived here for the last 13 months or so, and I think the first time I came to this tree, my girlfriend Becky, who wasn't my girlfriend at the time, but had just met and had become friends, and she invited me here for a sunrise meditation around Opa. She invited one other friend of ours, and that particular morning the other friend didn't show, and it was just the two of us here. And I got to share a really special morning, and I feel like we were too excited to have a meditation. We just sat and talked quite a bit and shared a lot of beautiful ideas and dreams in the early morning hours there of the sunrise. Sitting right over there, I think. And sitting on the ground here. This tree goes up like, I'm not sure how tall, over 100 feet. You can see how big it is. Becky and I went on to, a couple months later, host our first retreat right here on this property called Xenia. We called it Seeding the Sacred. And we started like the opening prayer ceremony right here. We circled the tree and met out in the lawn and had our opening circle there, and then 2 days later on the Sunday we had our closing circle right here around this tree as well, and circled around the tree and had our closing thoughts before we all headed out in our separate ways, before we all spiraled out. Just wanted to share a little bit of that vision coming through. The retreat, Seeding the Sacred, was kind of a way of gathering in all the beautiful ceremonies I've been a part of in my life through many different spiritual traditions, and learning how to offer them out to people in a very simple way that's just easy to connect with as a human being to the earth, that's not attached to any one tradition or teaching, but that speaks to all humans universally and helps connect us back into the earth. Helps us find our native-ness, our indigenosity, our, our connection back to the planet that so many of us have lost, including me, and remember what it means to be native to the land again. Not to uproot other natives of the land in becoming native to the land again. And learning how to respect and honor those peoples who haven't lost their connection to the land, and how much valuable information they have in helping us remember our connection back to the earth. And that was a little bit of what Seeding the Sacred was about reconnecting to the water, and as a teacher, as a living entity, to reconnecting to the fire, as a teacher, as a living entity, and how in ceremonies where I've worked with the fire as in a ceremonial way, holding a fire specifically for prayers is a whole different way to work with fire, and how it can bring you in a more intimate relationship with fire. And it was prayers I placed into those ceremonial fires that moved me to hold the retreat called Seeding the Sacred, to start to bring the beauty, the mystery, the word again, reverence for the fire, that in holding it in that way, there's lessons, there's learnings, there's teachings that come through. And those teachings are still teaching me each time I start a prayer fire and take good care of it and lay my prayers down into it. The teaching keeps going. And teaching us how to remember ourselves here on this planet. And in so many places, they don't even, the great they bans fires, and you got to get special permits to have a fire. And I feel like we've really lost our connection with fire, and not just using it as utility, which is, beautiful too, to warm ourselves or to cook our foods, but to, remember it as a living ancestor that it is, a living elemental that it is, and how by holding it in that way and respecting it in that way and working with it, it can guide us in our lives into so many different beautiful teachings and connections. And I was just remembering that as I'm sitting here with Opa. I was also getting the message from Opa to stand tall and proud like Opa in who I am, to not be afraid to be me, to speak all my truths, to be unashamedly as beautiful as I want to be in this life, and not be afraid to be beautiful. To dare to be as amazing and beautiful as I want to be. To speak my truth as boldly and clearly as I can. And to not be afraid just because maybe it's not a popular idea or it makes people uncomfortable a little bit to say it the way I say it. And Opa was teaching me that today as I've been walking around. I don't know if the name Opa means grandmother or grandfather, but it means one of those things. I remember too, my last partner, Drea, came out here to visit me last year here on Bowen, and we sat here under this tree and shared a prayer smoke with our chanupas, and just seeing how so many beautiful parts of my life have been tied together with this beautiful piece of ground here, this piece of earth anchored in by Opa. Helping to weave together the story of my life from the last chapters to the current chapters. A few months later, we came back here to Opa and shot the film for my website, for osharua.com. The video, we started the video right here with a scene of me meditating under the Opa. And then that was how Becky and I met, was me holding a meditation here on Bowen Island every Monday evening at the yoga studio, and she came to the first one and came to almost every one ever since. But yeah, just feeling like speaking some of these sweet connections out loud, and me just realizing for myself how much sweetness and anchoring this tree Opa has been for me on my journey here on Bowen Island, this chapter of my life. And how it's, without thinking too much, I get called to this spot just to sit and feel good. I've come here to record a couple videos now, and it just continues to deepen and be more a part of my story, of my life, and I'm really grateful for that. And grateful to feel supported by the earth right here. Feel connected and honored to have shared some really important chapters and moments of my life right here on this spot. Just wanted to mark it and speak it out loud to myself, to this video and whoever will see it, and to acknowledge the earth and Opa today for being the good friends, the good, sweet friends that they are to me. Here's my second share for today, my bonus share. So again, I'll say thank you for opening your hearts to listening and receiving these offerings from my heart. I appreciate it. I hope it feels good. Till next time, bye.